Crimea is a region located on the northern coast of the Black Sea. It has a rich and complex history that spans thousands of years, with various cultures and empires exerting their influence over the region. Ancient times, the area of Crimea has been inhabited since ancient times. Greek colonies were established in the 6th century BCE, and the region became part of the Bosporan Kingdom, which was heavily influenced by Greek culture. The Bosporan Kingdom maintained its independence for several centuries until it was eventually conquered by the Roman Empire in the 1st century CE. Medieval period. During the medieval period, Crimea witnessed the rise and fall of several powerful empires. In the 4th century CE, the region came under the control of the Byzantine Empire. However, it was later invaded by various nomadic groups, including the Huns, the Goths, and the Khazars. The Khazars ruled Crimea until the 10th century when it was incorporated into the Kievan Rus state. Tatar rule. In the 13th century, Crimea was invaded by the Mongols, led by Genghis Khan's grandson, Bada Khan. The Mongols established the Golden Horde, and Crimea became part of their empire. During this time, the region was inhabited by various Turkic-speaking nomadic groups, including the Crimean Tatars. The Tatars gradually gained power and established the Crimean Khanate, a state that lasted for several centuries. Russian influence. In the late 18th century, the Russian Empire began to expand southward, and Crimea became a target for Russian expansion. In 1783, Catherine the Great annexed Crimea, making it part of the Russian Empire. The region experienced significant demographic changes during this period, as many Russians and Ukrainians settled in Crimea. Soviet era. Following the Russian Revolution of 1917 and the subsequent Russian Civil War, Crimea experienced a period of turmoil. In 1921, the Crimean Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic was established within the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic, RSFSR. In 1954, Crimea was transferred from the RSFSR to the Ukrainian Soviet Socialist Republic, both of which were part of the larger Soviet Union. Post-Soviet era. With the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, Crimea became part of the newly independent Ukraine. However, tensions between the ethnic Russian population of Crimea and the Ukrainian government persisted. In 2014, following a controversial referendum, Russia annexed Crimea, leading to a significant international outcry. The move was widely condemned by many countries, and it resulted in ongoing political and territorial disputes between Ukraine and Russia. Since the annexation, Crimea has been under de facto control of Russia. The region has faced numerous challenges, including economic sanctions and an ongoing conflict between pro-Russian separatists and Ukrainian forces in eastern Ukraine. It's important to note that the status of Crimea remains a contentious issue, with Ukraine and many other countries considering it to be illegally occupied territory, while Russia maintains that it is part of its sovereign territory. Russia claimed that the move was to protect the Russian-speaking population and historical ties to Crimea. The annexation was not recognized by Ukraine and much of the international community, leading to ongoing tensions and sanctions against Russia. Conflict in eastern Ukraine. After the annexation of Crimea, pro-Russian separatist movements emerged in eastern Ukraine, primarily in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. These separatists, supported by Russia, declared independent people's republics and sought to break away from Ukraine. The Ukrainian government responded by launching military operations to regain control over the territories. International involvement. The conflict in Ukraine triggered a significant international response. The European Union, the United States, and other countries imposed economic sanctions on Russia, targeting key sectors of its economy. These sanctions were implemented as a response to Russia's annexation of Crimea and its alleged support for the separatists in eastern Ukraine. Like this video? Don't forget to click the like button. If you click the subscribe button, you will get notified when the next video is released. See you soon.